Hello and welcome to another update video about ETH. ETH rallied into the extended resistance area yesterday, took out initial resistance and showed some short-term strength. Question is now, is this just a high B wave? And we will still see our C wave down of a more extended wave 2 correction. So we topped in a wave 1, which is a trend movement, a trending movement, a so-called motive wave that goes with a high level trend. So the trend is up, and after this correction, expectations are for a third wave rally to unfold to $3,000, $4,000 plus. Always keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't want to miss that. And but is this wave 2 still unfolding? So is this an A, B, C structure and we go? Or is the low already in wave 2? This is what we want to explore. Could be here the wave 2. No, would have to be here. Also the A wave could be here. I mean, that depends really on how we see it. But question is the wave 2 still unfolding or is the wave 2 already in? And there is a short-term bullish, there is a short-term bearish scenario. Short-term bullish is yellow, short-term bearish is white. They are both part of an overall bullish scenario. And the larger trend is always more relevant. Hope you know that. In the larger bullish scenario, we are looking for short-term, medium-term prices of around about $3,000 to $4,000. So the question is literally just, is this wave 2 extending a bit or not? So let's talk about the short-term bearish scenario, which is growing into a very, very complex correction. And I don't have a very clear wave count for it. The WXY structure that you see on the chart is probably the best I've got. Which assumes wave A finished here. We can also say A wave finished here, that's also possible. But then WXY and then A, B, C in wave Y. And then the B wave could have topped yesterday. Could still stretch a bit higher, but I highlighted yesterday to you, it might get one more high. It did that. And now we are watching for potentially that C wave down. This would be the scenario, the short-term bearish scenario. What I have to highlight here very clearly is that in this scenario, we might now not see the green support area anymore. Why is that? That's because the A wave of a correction and the C wave of a correction often have a Fibonacci relationship. And oftentimes the C wave is the same length as the A wave. Sometimes also the 161.8% length. What does that mean? So again, it's debatable if the A wave is here or here. Let's choose the lower one for demo purposes. If I calculate the target for the C wave based on the 100% extension level, I get to 2,153. So that would be a so-called running flat structure in which the C wave does not move below the A wave low. That's not common, but possible. And I think you should know that we may now not go into the green support area. It's only support, it's not a target. Due to a high B wave, the C wave doesn't need to go into support, okay? As long as we're holding above support and don't break it to the downside and the critical level is $1,677, it's okay and the bullish market is still unfolding. Now, if this stretches to the 1.618 extension, we might see prices around $2,000, So that's from what I see right now. And that tells you a lot about, okay, we might not go down that much. We might not. Could, but it has decreased in probability. So that's a short-term bearish scenario, but I would need to see now a break below $2,236 to confirm to a good degree, that the C wave down is unfolding. At the same time, due to price action to the upside, I've added a more bullish direct breakout count for anybody who wants to position him or herself long. This is a support area between $2,236 and $2,342 for the yellow count, which is short-term bullish, which is the more aggressive direct bullish path, which I think you should know about. It's a 1-2 setup with a third of a third wave next. I don't like this, one, because the wave 2 is still for me too shallow to believe it. And also, the second wave 1 has the same length as the first wave 1, which ultimately gives it that ABC look. So typically the second wave 1 would be shorter, but it's not. So therefore, I'm adding this, but I highlight that it's not my preferred scenario. But still, you know, this is a support area. The fibs don't lie. It's objective. So as long as $2,236 is holding, the yellow wave count is a reasonable interpretation. And it can send us more directly to 3,000 plus. So let's see how this evolves today. Ideally, a top is in now here, you know. But we'll see. It could be that this wave 2 has started or the C wave has started. You have an initial rejection there from the area above the December high. So let's see, but it's only 3 waves down. So yeah, I gave you the support anyway. So as long as we're holding above 2,236, the local uptrend is in control. Yeah. So if we look at the entire pattern, I'd still like to see that C wave down, but it takes a break below 2,236 to confirm a sustained break that this C wave is unfolding. Okay, that's my update about ETH. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.